Hey guys, my name is Kayla and I create videos on bunnies and books, so if either of those interest you, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below or in the corner right over here. Now let's get on to the video. Ways that you can exercise your bunny. If your bunny becomes overweight, it's a lot harder for you to get your bunny to lose weight because you can't put them on a diet like a dog or a cat. Because they consistently need that hay for their digestive system to work and for it not to become GI stasis where they could potentially die. For bunnies, you need to make sure that they have a lot of opportunities to exercise, whether that be playing with toys or just running around and binkying and stuff. Especially if you have a bunny that does live inside of a crate like mine does. You need to have those times where you can let them out and allow them to free roam and just kind of be themselves with the space. If you are going to put them in a crate, I do highly recommend a extra large dog kennel because it is more room for them and it gives them that space to grow, especially if you have a smaller bunny. Because if you have a smaller bunny like a mini Rex or a Lop that you can just put them in a smaller dog crate, you definitely want to put them in a larger dog crate because that is better for their health overall. So I'm going to give you guys some tips on how to exercise your bunny. Not only do you need to make sure your bunny gets enough exercise, but you also have to make sure you're not overfeeding them pellets. A bunny less than 5 pounds should get 1/4 a cup. So with Apollo and Aries, I give them half a cup each day of pellets, and I give them the baby alfalfa pellets. But besides that, you should not be giving them more than that. 5 pounds and greater, you can give them half of a cup, but still make sure you're talking to your vet to see how much give them, because pellets are not always necessary for your bunny. For baby bunnies, it's better just because it's that extra fiber that they need to grow. But for adult bunnies, you don't always need it. You can just give them hay and fruits and vegetables to keep them on a healthy diet. So here are some tips for how to exercise your bunny. Let's get into them. Tip number 1, make sure you give your bunny space to hop. Like I said before, if you have your bunny in a closed area, you definitely want to give them time to free roam. Whether that be in the morning, afternoon, night. It's best to have multiple times because they are not very endurance animals. So having multiple times throughout the day gives them more time to spend instead of pushing it all in 1 or 2 hours. Definitely give them multiple little breaks throughout the day to come out and run around, binky, have a larger space to be. I understand if you have another animal that you don't want your bunny around, like a dog or a cat. We have multiple dogs and a cat. So I do keep them in my room. So when I let them free roam, I make sure to shut my door and allow them to free roam without any of the other animals around. So that's something you should definitely recommend, or even getting a baby gate for your door to prevent your animals from coming into your room with your bunnies. Like I said, giving them multiple times. You also want to make sure that it's a scheduled multiple times. It builds a better bond with your bunnies because it's predictable for them and they like the predictability of a schedule. So if you are going to break it up into times because you don't free roam your bunny around the house, make sure you use schedule time so that you have that predictability for them. So not only can you free roam them around your room or your house altogether, but you can also bring them outdoors to get some of that energy outside along with those treats. But if you do bring them outdoors, make sure you have an area for them to go into, or that they're well on the harness and leash, just because you don't want them to run, especially if they get spooked, because there are several things outside that can spook them, and you don't want them to be spooked in those instances because you could lose your bunny forever. So tip number 2 is make sure you buy toys. Bunnies love toys, and toys also motivate your bunny to exercise. With some toys, it can also help with grinding down their teeth, which are always growing. So that's always a plus. Make sure you buy a variety of toys because bunnies want to choose what kind of toys they want. So you don't want to just stick them with one toy and they not really like that toy. If you buy them a variety of toys, they can kind of choose what their favorite is, and then you can continue to buy those toys for them. And also you might want to interchange toys. So some days they have some certain toys, other days they have others. That way that they don't get bored with the same toys, because they could get bored. Also, toys will allow your bunny to be intellectually stimulated, which is good because they get your bunny thinking. So some examples of some toys that you could buy is apple sticks. You can go outside and get some pine cones, some baby rattles. So for example, I have some of these for Apollo and Aries. You can use tunnels to put in some of their hay. They love tunnels. You can also do a digging box for them with some newspaper just in a box, which they typically love. So there's several different toys that you can use, and your bunny will choose which one they like, all depending on your personality of your bunny. Tip number 3 is get a bunny platform or a cat tree. So one thing I will say is I do not recommend getting a really high one because you don't want your bunny to fall and get hurt. But getting a bunny platform or a smaller cat tree allows your bunny to go up on different levels and see from different levels of your house. And it also gives them opportunities to jump up and down onto that, especially when they have a lot of that energy, because that's a form of exercise, is them jumping up and down on there. Another thing you could do is, if you don't want to buy a bunny platform or a cat tree, is building or buying a bunny castle. So there's several options that you can use. You could use untreated wood, so make sure that no paint or any chemicals is sprayed on it, or by just using some boxes that you get from shipping. This allows them to have their own little extra home, and so it also, if you use some of that wood or cardboard, it allows another treat for your bunny to kind of chew on. Number 4 is making an outdoor area for your bunny. Like I said before, it's great to give your bunny space to run, and so if you want to make an outdoor area for your bunny, that way they don't have to be on that harness or leash, do so, because bunnies love having the sunlight and they love getting that grass, and so giving that opportunity to get some of that sunlight while still giving them exercise is a great way to keep them healthy. One thing I will say is never leave your bunny unattended outside, because there are predators around all the time. You don't want you to leave your bunny unattended even for a minute and your bunny be gone like that, because it can happen. So make sure you are outside with them if you do go outside. So for this outdoor area, you could build just a fenced in area with wood, or you can even just get a large outdoor doggy kennel to have outside. There's also playpens for bunnies specifically. Those can sometimes be small, so if you want to get one that's made for a child or even for a large dog, those work too. I don't recommend the ones with the bottoms. That way you can still allow your bunny to get the grass that they. Finally is tip number 5, and that's teach your bunny tricks. Not only does teaching your bunny tricks give them exercise, it also bonds you and your bunny. So there's multiple different tricks that you can teach them, from stand, spin, to agility tricks like jumping over different things. This encouragement is an exercise, not only a fun way for you, but also fun for your bunny, because they get to do something different and it's not the same boring things every day. If you do want to see how to teach your bunny how to do spin or up, I do have my video linked somewhere up in one of these corners, so make sure to go check that out if you haven't already. It will kind of show you how you can teach your bunny how to stand or spin. Rabbits do need exercise to prevent some of these health problems that we see in animals, like obesity, and obesity can lead to things like GI stasis or intestine blockage, stuff like that, and you don't want that to happen. So you want to exercise your bunny, and here are just some tips on how to exercise your bunny. There's so many more that you can look up, and I'll link a blog down below that has some of these other tips that you can look at as well. And one thing I will make clear is, if you are not able to exercise your bunny, I don't recommend getting one, because bunnies do need exercise. They're not an animal that you can just stick in a small enclosure and be done with. So make sure that you're giving your bunny opportunities to exercise, and if you're not able to do that, then don't keep a bunny locked up in an enclosure like that. It's not healthy for them, and it's unfair to them too. As always, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.